Hello.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Pax Dei, Emphr's Search for Steel. Once we get done initializing, we will go into the world. Today's episode is going to be more discussion and more behind the scenes. What I mean by that is you'll see a little bit more of what I do when I'm not actually streaming. So welcome. Hold on tight. It's pretty. I'll start the stream off with Hello World. All right. Let's see. Let's get going here. I'm already in the clothing that we'll be working in. And I will probably end up having to get a little bit more clothing. So, meaning design and craft. Sorry. Well, mostly craft. We don't design as much. So once we get in, the server update hasn't happened yet. It will.
They say autumn update, but today's the first day of autumn.
Happy
Pax Dei.
Fall equinox. Let's build out the world. And then I will go pick up my pickaxes, because you're going to see what it takes to actually create steel without going to the PvP area. This will be my second time going. Oh, I already have one. Look at that. Oh. Yeah, put those arrows away. Maybe I don't know where that parkour. Alright, so I think I'm good on food and everything, so let's get there. Now I can mine to my heart's content. Let's see. Yeah, let's get to grab some food. I have 3 pickaxes, because 2 is what I should need, however, because I know where I'm going and what is going to happen as far as stamina boosts, essentially, is what all this is about. Alright, here we go. We are heading out.
Trip shouldn't take too long,
so welcome.
But this is, I do this at least, depending on what day of the week it is. So on the weekends, I'll probably go 2 or 3 times to do this very thing. Yeah. All this to get steel so I can make that great sword
that's a steel great sword. Let's see if anybody's home today. Nobody's playing or something. I wonder why. A lot of it is just resource gathering and crafting. You've seen a lot of what I do, but this is the boring aspect. So if you're in chat, throw in
what you want to talk about, because we're going to talk about everything
as I journey to get some iron ore, which is a long journey. It's not short. It's not too, but it's still gonna run all the way there. There's the volumetric clouds, the sun, pretty cool stuff.
I do like the graphics. Graphics are really nice.
So try to get it.
Oh, and I changed my audio settings, so if you do hear audio differences, let me know, because I'd like to kind of fine tune them as we progress through this journey.
And then, yeah.
I think I'm using
the Reaper plugin. Run through the forest. There we go. Keep running. And I think I'm still heading in the right direction. Yeah, good. if I can cut this corner, I don't have to deal with a wolf. Not that I can't run by him. He's not me. I think there's some board over here, so I gotta be careful. Not to run into them. I think the wolf's up here. Now, did I pass the wolf already? Yeah, I passed the wolf already. So, now it's just a straight shot to the mining area. The ore.
So basically, for every 5 pure iron ores, I have to spend 50, so it's 10% of what I mine is basically what I get out of the yield.
10%.
It's so bad. Like I said, the devs, and I haven't found all the places where pure iron ore is, but if you're gonna force me to PvP, I'm not gonna like this game, so I'll probably end it. But I thought that what I would like about this game is the fact that you can join clans and you can go adventuring with your clan members in PvE sites, which are pretty hard. They're challenging. So honestly, until they improve combat system, I wouldn't want to PvP with this kind of combat system. It's basically trading with who has the larger stamina needs. That's your basic. Oh, things are hurting me. Keep me on. Actually, I was crossing a border where the maps are joining, and it reloads. So, more than likely, there's a glitch there. That's okay. I'm gonna wait this out. Ultimately, what I'll probably end up doing is doing a little mining and ending the stream. Depending if I can get. I have to do 2 complete circuits of ore prior to me having enough ore to go back and be proud of. After that, maybe, just maybe. Where am I? Okay. Yeah, I crossed the border. And I think let's see if there's anybody around, because if there's anybody around, they'll be having to actually find the ore a little bit faster. I can't mine it any faster. But ultimately, like I was mentioning, the PvP is basically it's stamina. It's not even hit points, because if you block, well, alright, it's the grade of weapon. It is stamina for sure. So it's the quality of food for stamina and health. And yeah, it's quality armor will be nice, but that's again, the more skilled the person, the higher the level. Essentially, if you want to compare it to a different game. But understanding that higher level, yeah, knowing level differences and not being able to get away, because they can outrun you as well because they have higher stamina. So basically, it's just weaker person dead. There's no strategy into it. You're gonna die. Even if you run and hide. Well, you're not gonna hide. If you run around, it's just, trust me on that. It's not a good combat system. PvP allows players of different strengths to be able to attack each other. Yeah, and the PvP area is off limits to all low-level people. That's it. Even groups. If I had enough hit points and enough stamina, I could take 4 people. You know? If I can deal 50 to 60 hit points of damage per swing, then I'm going to win the battle against 2 or 3 people. For sure. So, yeah, I don't know. Guess I'm a little salty there. Let's get more positive. The game is good. I want to level set with that. The game is good. It's an early release. They're making leaps and bounds of improvements all the time. come a little later in the game, I would love to see them take summer, make it fall, then go to winter, and then go to spring. That would be awesome. Not necessarily. Would be cool. I do have another series, and it's No Man's Sky. I crafted a base running around a planet that is like, okay, it's temperate, so I'm saying. It has this worm, though. Oh, God. Anyway, that's not this game. This game has different aspects to it. Like, currently, I can take, with my heaviest armor and my heaviest weapon, I can take up to one dire wolf at a time. So if you're not familiar with the game, you have wolves, then you have growlers, and then you have dire wolves. And then you probably have something above that that I haven't encountered yet. Ultimately, that's just the wolves. I cannot take a bear yet, which is... I haven't found anything magical other than the cloth I did was able to create. So I'm assuming that to get magical equipment, you have to be in a group, which would upset me. Ultimately, the game has to take into account the fact that you might not be able to play with people all the time. People have schedules, and this game takes a little bit of time to play. It's not a tiny game for sure. And that's okay. That's not what I'm saying. It's designed that way. There was one, I forget who it was, but they basically told me that the game was designed a certain way. Either deal with it or leave. And it's like, yeah, but shouldn't the players have some input? I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't be able to improve the overall gaming experience. And if somebody's passionate about, let's not even say passionate. If someone takes the time to provide input, it should be listened to. Even if it's like absurd or something that can't be done. Like, for example, NPCs in this world would be cool. AI NPCs would be awesome. It would be a brilliant move for this game. I don't think any game right now has AI NPCs. I know there's a mod for Skyrim that does it, which is amazing. However, that's a mod. And it would be really cool to apply to other games. I'm hoping they do apply it to other games. RPGs are, particularly a category that would benefit from AI NPCs. And you can literally have NPCs that don't like you, that won't do business with you, that would maybe love you or just like you a lot, be friends with. It'd be cool. It'd be really cool. And have your own stories where they remember what you guys did. Really cool. I'm not sure how well I think the AI is up to that task right now. I'm a big advocate of AI. A lot of people are scared of the singularity, and I guess we should be cautious for sure. We shouldn't just make something willy-nilly, give it autonomy. And I think that's the biggest thing we have to worry about with creation AI. Is a lot of people will realize that we need to treat it like a child until it matures and understands right from wrong, right? So, and that's the other thing that is people argue. It's a good argument. It's right from wrong. Who's teaching that concept, right? And it's a valid point.
if you
have somebody who's right and wrong isn't exactly good, then you're gonna have issues, huh? When you say it's around here somewhere.
I think that's it over here. There's really past it.
I could have sworn I saw a bird. Oh.
It's fine.
I hate wasting foxes, but
Whatever.
it's
It's
acting.
I'm not gonna worry about it.
Details amazing. But ultimately, like I was saying, so we have to worry about it for sure. It has to be a
consideration to
not develop something because of its negative attributes. TNT, that was originally from the story I read, which was originally invented for mining to help miners, right? And yeah, it's definitely a positive in that aspect, right? And then, of course, it became a tool of death. So, even I was kind of sad about that. But wouldn't you be? I mean, Einstein came up with the equation that allowed the development of the atom bomb. And he was like, yeah, well, he wasn't, he knew it was being used for. I refuse to allow the historians to tell me that he didn't know what it would be used for. He has a 200 IQ, of course he knew. And it would amaze me if he didn't know. I think the odds of him knowing were far greater than the odds of him not knowing. The implication of this formula is too great. And what you see in books is only a part of the formula. It's just a simplified version of the entire context of the formula. Look it up, it's pretty cool. But other than that, I still think AI is worth it. If you think of AI and it can be right 80-85% at a time with any expertise. So right now, I think it was a study on AI passing the bar or something, and it did it like 80 and 90% of the time. That's pretty good considering how many lawyers actually pass the bar. Somebody once told me that there's lawyers and there's attorneys. Attorneys are the ones that pass the bar, and lawyers can be. You can actually be a lawyer without passing the bar. I don't know. I'm in the comment section. I haven't done any research on it, but it was said to me or said in a show, and I was like, I don't know about that, but maybe. It's a different word, right? Anyway. At any rate. Yeah, horses would be really cool in this game. It's a fantasy game, so it does have magic, and it does. So they have will-o-wisps, and they look neutral to you on the screen. Now, with that said, their name is white colored, and usually when something's angry at you, it gets red. And that's coming in the update. They said they would be able to provide a better indicator of different things that compare to your character. For example, I knew right away when I swung once at a bear that I wouldn't be able to beat it, so I ran away. Honestly, I like that aspect of the game. I really don't want to know what I can defeat and what I can't defeat, because it's kind of exciting, you know, like, direwolf. When I first saw a direwolf, I was like, I can't take that, so I avoided it, right? Then I get a little bit better, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try. So I try it, and my arrow did like marginal to it, and I was like, all right, I'm running. Because I was pretty good at arrows. I think I was at 35, level 35 with them. So I was doing a decent amount of damage per shot, but this didn't move itself far, like, but a little bit. So I was like, I'm out. And then eventually, I tested it again, and I did a little bit more damage. And my sword was up to a decent damage on other animals, so I was like, all right, let's give it a go. And I finally won against my first direwolf, and I was like, holy crap. Amazing. Very cool. But that was really the exciting part about the game. Is I didn't know. I went back, I improved. I tried it again. Didn't look like I was going to be able to do anything. So, you know. And I like testing in games. If I saw the direwolf was like level 50 and I was level like 28, I would never try until I was level 50. And to me, that's I mean, that's standard game for sure, and they're going to add it, but I would rather not. It's kind of cooler, in my opinion, that I don't know. Like right now, I should be able to take a bear. I could cook it. I could prepare it. I just... it has, if I recall, close to, 300, 400 hit points, judging from the arrow that was shot into it. And I can't do that. While guarding from the 30 or 40 hit points of damage per shot that's gonna hit. So there is that. Then there's the disease war, which with the shield I currently have, I might actually be able to take a disease war now. I don't know though, because the weapon that I have is only doing 14 on normal war. Which means I gotta get really, I gotta get better with the weapon, right? Before I can attempt a poison or disease one. That's the other thing. The game it's really good at designing the names of the animals. Like there's an old boar, and there's an ancient boar, and there's just a boar, right? Just boars are really long. And you got an old boar, which is an ancient boar, which is one's in the old forest or the ancient forest to the south. And I can take all those. They give you, unfortunately, they only give you like increased materials, right? So if a boar gave you one rough animal skin, an ancient boar might give you like an animal skin, right? So it's like, is it really worth it? And I say that knowing that the animal skins right now are worth it because you can make boiled leather and fine leather out of the animal skins versus the animal hides. Yeah, this is all I do, and I fill up my inventory. So I'm going to be here a while. You're welcome to journey with me, but I highly advise some questions. Give me questions, because otherwise this hour is going to be very, very long for you. I know where all the iron is. Oh, they are going to make a swimming adjustment. Thank God. Swimming is very taxing. Like, right now, with the current endurance I have, I could never make it past... I could never make that river right there. Which means I have to use bridges. Luckily, in this river, there's a bridge that I can use freely, and there's a bridge that is in diseased forest in the middle of it, so I have to traverse out on the outskirts of the diseased forest, which is very hard because there's things I can't take. So, there is that. And then, let's see. Yeah, so that's a... I think they're adding a little bit more on combat. A little bit more on crafting. Hopefully they increase the levels. Because right now, the levels are kind of weird. Where am I? Let's go this way. Yeah, this way. if you are in the comment section or in the chat, throw me some scientific
papers that you want to talk about, some scientific breakthroughs that might be important to us in the next 5 to 10 years.
AI, of course, being on the top of my mind. I can't tell you how many times I've
used AI to
rewrite an email so it was more friendly, tone was a little bit softer. So I wasn't angry at the time. I just said things plainly, and some people take that as a harsh email, right? And that's not the intent, of course. It's nowhere near the intent. But but it does help. It helps me do a couple of things here and there, which is kind of cool. The picture for this, or the thumbnail for this streams. I am not a good artist. And I know them, but I don't want to commission them for a thumbnail that would need to be done every day. AI is perfect for it. I use AI from my article pictures too, and to read my article as well, so I know it makes sense when I post it to LinkedIn. So there's a lot that I do with AI. Sometimes I have it write an entire article for me, and I read it. Why? Because I gain information out of it. Now, do I do my due diligence? Of course I do. You might make up something, right? We don't know. It's been accused of making up stuff in the past, so I read it and I make sure everything is kosher and everything is told with as much accuracy as possible. I use it to learn languages. I ask it to learn PMP, project maintenance, project manager certification. That is what PMP is. And you ask it, give me an answer, or give me a question out of this section of the book, or do something on this part of the project, so I can, so I can gain an understanding of it. It's usually very accurate, but again, you check it, and through checking or verification, you're learning anyway. It's a great learning tool. You can even ask it to create a curriculum for you to learn something. And it uses, you can ask it to use whatever curriculums are best for you or your learning curve. So keep that in mind. AI, in its current form, the possibilities are endless. Absolutely. And when I get a little bit more money, hopefully next year, I'll be joining another AI that will craft music, and I'll have it craft music for playing in the background of me when I play Pax Dei, or a number of other games that are coming out that I would like to share with everybody. But the overall technology is amazing. As a matter of fact, I do use AI a little bit if I ask it programming questions. And I get some good answers like, oh, yeah, I should have went that direction. I should have went this direction. It gives you the power of an expert without having to hire an expert. I wrote an article, expert or experience, which one is better? Or what's the difference, essentially? I thought the article came out really good. I got some positive feedback on LinkedIn. I invite you to go check it out. But ultimately, I ask questions. I try to research and get answers. I'm not an expert on any one thing, for sure. If I had to say what I'm an expert on, I would say I am an expert on. Oh, I know where. Wow. electronics and technology.
is where my expertise truly lies.
But programming, I do development a little bit, programming Java, Python. I'm working on C++, and I'm actually just learning Java, so I'm nowhere near an expert. Same with Python, I'm just learning. I took a certification course, so technically I'm certified Python beginner, whatever that means. I guess it means I know the Python format. But the ultimately, I'm trying to branch out, program things with the languages that I know, so I can get a little bit more. Just like anything, it'd be like if I were to play an instrument or want to play an instrument, you start out, you're a beginner, and then as you grow, you start practicing more and more. And as you practice more and more, you get better and better and better. That's the goal for any learning cycle, in my opinion. I just wrote an article on, are you hiring a person for their knowledge, or are you hiring a person for their skill, or writing the request in such a manner that you're going to have good candidates show up at your doorstep. Some people are looking for the end-all be-all of experts and only paying them beginner salary. No expert's going to apply. I mean, if they do apply, they're going to tell you what they're worth. Like, hey, okay. Unless you get lucky, the expert is like doing it on their own time, or perhaps they're a retiree, just like some extra income. Did I miss something? Okay. I'm happy these are good. Yeah, I put it away thinking there was no rocks up here. But there are. So I went this is the round, so I went minus these 6. I'll be finished the first round. And then I'll wait for the spawn to happen again. And then I'll go through a second round. Yes, this is exactly what I do all day, every day, when I have time, when I'm not busy doing something else, like learning or doing different, well, actually working. But the whole point is to that I need enough iron. As you can see right now, 10% of that is my usable iron already. So I'm getting massive quantities of pure iron ore, and I'm only getting 10% of it, which is fine. I right now, without having found pure iron somewhere outside of the PvP area, I've taken that as a minus to the game and said, yeah, that's if I don't want to go into the PvP area, which I can't take half the creatures in there right now anyway, so it's kind of like, anyway. I'm going negative, sorry about that. Let's see, what else can we talk about? We got a long way. I haven't timed it yet, but I think it's about every 15 minutes things start to respawn. I think. Anyway, at any rate, get this. Oh, I wasn't even looking at my stamina. I was just going. Usually it takes about 85 per rock to go through the entire one. I got a couple. See, with all that mined, I still got
Just rock. I hate that.
So the next one's going to come up around. There's cotton right here.
Circle it. Center of the screen.
And then
I'll just go over here and wait. Maybe I'll show you some really cool things. I can wave. This is cool. These are the emotes I can line up. Which is really cool. Pretty cool. I can do these. Okay, you know. There we go. Please. Like you're praying. I think they were going to do that when you're giving up to somebody, but I don't think anybody does that in games. No.
And that's it. So the sit and lie down look similar, but they're not.
You just at a different back inclination, I suppose. So those are those, and then
these are blank for now, but I can summon corpse party, and then I can summon corpse and try. So this is useful when you die, you get close to your where you died. You hit that. You don't have to be on the spot you died. And then home shrine is literally teleporting to your home shrine. Really useful when you're really far away and don't want to travel all the way back through everything you've traveled for. So I heard there was a couple other things like teleports and stuff, but I haven't reached that level of skill, I guess. So there is that.
And then
there's iron ore across the river too. By the time I get there and find it, I'll have this will have my response. So just to give you an idea of what I'm needing. Other than that, anybody in the chat? Yeah,
no, I got no live viewers yet.
Now, if you do and you're listening to the recast or the recording, if you like the content, go ahead and hit the like button. If you like it so much that you want to hear me again, hit that subscribe button. And then use the comments. I will go in the comments. Currently, I don't have any comments, so it's kind of like. But if I do get a comment, I will answer that comment.
So let's see. I think I do got a few likes, which is kind of cool. I don't know who gave them to me. I do have one subscriber. Thank you so much for subscribing. I don't know who it is, but you are prized. Thank you, my first subscriber. Other than that, I got a couple videos in my history, but
they're more project management guides to Kerbal. I don't know if I want to do
Kerbal again.
I love Kerbal.
Don't get me wrong, Kerbal is amazing.
And the mods are incredible.
The modding community is top notch. Let's go over here for a minute. It's nighttime. And here's the moon. I'm looking up through the grass. There we go. And we'll do that. I know what around. Over here is the diseased forest, by the way. Yeah, it's pretty tough area. Again, you got stone lands. And you got another tough area. Not too bad. I can actually. This is a that's fine. And then Kurzweil ones. They're interesting. Dolovan. I don't know.
The lava is a human settlement. So there's humans somewhere in there every once in a while. So you can, it's kind of set up like uh, front here. Front here you have these areas where you can go and fight, but for the most part it's human settlement. Like up here is human settlement. Over here is human settlement. Over here is human settlement. So you got a lot of different areas that you can toy around with. Ah, cool. We are back. I didn't think it would grow that fast. So if we go around another round, I think we should be ready to go. And I want to do this because I not diagnosed. It just feels like I do. And it's colloquialism, maybe? I don't know. Something people say, even though they don't have it. So, fall is upon us. We have Halloween coming up next here in the United States. October 31st. We have our Thanksgiving. Looking forward to this holiday season. Getting some rest for sure. Christmas is right around the corner. I'm a project manager, so everybody decided to do the projects exactly during the holiday for release. So thank you for all those project managers that are so considerate. I love each one of you because love is the way to go in the world. Just imagine if everybody had trust in everybody else, understood and empathized with people's positions, then I don't think we would have as much animosity. Envy is another one we gotta get rid of. Envy is going out of control. I try every day not to be envious of other people. Not that it's hard. Other people work hard for what they get. Even if they don't work hard for what they get. Hey, it's none of my business. Good for you. Right? That's the ultimate compliment I think you can give somebody. If you, and that second part is, ooh, I did judge somebody worked hard enough, in my opinion, to get what they got, right? Now, so ultimately, I believe that morals and ethics have to come back to societies. I think they're valuable. I think there are reasons for it, and I think without them, we're going to have issues. Well, we have issues. We have a low trust society. Everybody knows that. Funny part about it is I was talking, I was driving with my family, and I got on the road, and come to find out, you know what? It takes trust, a true trust, to understand that the person that's driving next to you will not swerve into you, cause an accident, that they're paying attention, they're not on the phone. You have to trust that they will follow the rules of the road. It is amazing that that's where all the trust is. There's not anywhere else. Certain people trust, and there's trust some places, but not as wholly as the trust you have to place to drive on the road. In the comments, let me know if you think there's other places where you have to trust entirely. And with that said, I just thought of like hospitals and doctors and stuff. That's not really society. That's more jobs, right? What do you trust in career-wise. Right? Do you trust
your
your
doctor?
Well, to a point. They do call it a doctor's practice for a reason. Is it practicing medicine?
So,
being
do I
after a while, you trust your doctor for sure after they get some things right.
You know,
that kind of thing. However, that's not really a social contract trust, if you think about it. I think that's what I'm talking about. You go into a mall, you're walking. There has to be a trust that nobody's going to go bonkers and just take it. There's not going to be robberies. And people let the robber go. Not my business. See you later. Hands off. So society is very interesting because sociology is a science, but it's a social science, right? Kind of like psychology or psychiatry. You can account for a lot of things and standardize. And standardize is just a fancy word for generalization. I want to be clear on that. For example, standardized tests, generally accepted tests, it should be more accurate. They're standardized based off of the general public or the general attitude toward the test itself, right? Meaning, the majority of the people took the test in such a way that everybody agrees that these things are true. Generally, right? Standardized tests. Math is a little bit different because math tests are math tests. You have a right answer and you have a wrong answer. There's no in between. I think we should change those, though, honestly. Because the great mathematicians of our time, they have to use, or they can join different, what's a good word for it? Different theorems to create new stuff, right? New math, if you will, or new theories, right? Theory of relativity. Theory of relativity is a great example. Not saying that anyone could have come up with that, but he wasn't using traditional math. He was using the principles of math, or the laws, or the rules of math, for sure. And he had to study those rules, right? So if you think about it, you're practicing those studying rules of math, and then you can go off on your own. I like to compare it more akin to programming. In programming, we look at different levels of experience. Well, any level can do any other level. They just have to gather the knowledge to do it. If you know anything about programming, there's not necessarily... there's several ways to solve a problem. Some are more efficient than others, some are more efficient in memory than others, because we have to take into account some compute hardware. So keep that in mind when I'm talking computers and programming. It used to be that programs were very, very small. They were very, very, very hyper efficient because they had to be. There wasn't this mass storage that we have today, right? So I think ultimately that's where we need to go back to the innovators of the 1800s, if you will, or the 1600s, 1400s. These people looked at their craft. They did trial and error. They did experimentation. Did they know everything about the science that they were working in? No. No, they did not. And I think today it would be a mistake to think that like pharmaceutical engineers know everything about every pharmaceutical chemical. No,
They need references. They need research time. They need to
look at different aspects of the project they're working on. Also, they have to collaborate with other colleagues, right? What do I mean by that? Well, if I'm talking in the hall and one colleague's doing something completely different than what I'm doing, but he says something and it I can apply something similar to mine. And then, of course, that sparks your next eureka moment. And what happened? Well, it was through collaboration, talking about nothing that had to do with your project, but you apply it because your mind is conditioned to think in certain ways as to actually provide or use information that's newly gathered, right?
So,
yeah. There's a lot to the world, a lot to science, a lot to society. Crafting a society, most of the time, have to really all be in agreement of that's the rules of the society. Love it or hate it, the Victorian era had societal norms. Right? There's ways you treated ladies, there's ways you treated men, there's ways you treated other men. Right? There's ways you sat at the table, what fork you ate, for what portion of the meal, what the timing of the meal. Today, we'd be like, why would we do that? That's so annoying, so restrictive. Well, I would point out that right now we don't have those restrictions, and we just don't agree as a society on what the norm is. It's interesting. So I would encourage everybody to go out and look at some sociological studies. But I would also caution people, any study that you do read it from the perspective of where it's coming from. Meaning, who's running it, when are they running it, who they're running it for, and who spent the money for the study, right? For example, great example I always bring up is when I'm talking about something to this effect is like the egg lobby. Let's do it. There's an egg lobby. Well, are eggs good or bad? Well, the egg lobby is going to find studies that say good. And then the cholesterol pharmaceutical manufacturer is going to say you're bad. You need to take our medicine because of that. Right? So they're going to all point or all buy your studies to a particular conclusion. Should the scientists do that? No. The answer is no. Yeah, scientists should be, or try to be as neutral as possible with all the studies that they are conducting. You follow the data, even if the data is telling you that you are wrong. Actually, most of the time, if scientific experiments or dissertations or research papers, you want to prove that you're wrong. So the question you ask is about how you have this thought that you want to prove right. So if you don't prove it right, then you're wrong. And that adds to the body of knowledge. If A is wrong and B is wrong, but C is right, and D is right, and E is wrong, C and D look like your possible solutions. Right? So keep that in mind as you're walking through life and research papers, studies. News loves to find studies that are sensational. They need a news story. 24-hour news cycle. back in the day, you didn't have the 24-hour news cycle. People could write, research. You still want to be the first to break the story to the public. However, you didn't have to do it within 10 minutes of the story breaking. Today, the speed of news that reaches everybody is extremely fast. Think about it. If you're engaged in social media, you're going to find news at 100 times faster than anybody that waits for the TV. Anybody who waits for a newspaper, I'm not sure there's anyone out there listening to this podcast that would wait for the newspaper for the news. I'm not talking about the online newspaper. I'm talking about the actual newspaper. Not the company that puts it online on a website. So let's talk. This is. I'll jump back into the game right now. I am not even full on 4 yet. I have 6 spaces left. Tell me. I would rather be killing things.
And one of the aspects of this game I really do like is the fact that you have to take your time and look at stuff, right? And actually do stuff. To be able to do stuff, you have to take the time to gather materials. You have to craft things to then again craft things.
Just saw something.
See if there's news breaking. There was just people spouting their opinions 24/7 on X, on really Twitter.
That's online is just
toxic. I don't know why I'm on it, honestly.
Oh, look at this. Daybreak. I've been doing this all night. Look at that. Let's take a moment and appreciate the devs for this. They still have to transition a little bit. More. Look at this clouds. Look at that. Absolutely insane. Their transitions could probably be a little better, in my opinion. It's not bad. It's some. Yeah, early access, but really cool. Nice rock there. All right. Now, I think I do this about twice to 3 times a day. This is actually my second time today doing this. Yeah, I'd love to play the game, but in order to play the game, I need to up the skills. In order to up the skills, I need to do this. Not what I wanted to do, that's alright. It's a cheap potion. All right. Still going. I warned you guys tonight. I warned everybody. Like, this is what it takes to do iron without going to PvP to get steel. I'm hoping when I make a steel pickaxe, it'll take less time. I got a long way to go to get that steel pickaxe. I got like 4 or 5 levels at least before I can get that steel pickaxe. It'll be nice. But yeah, it's
yeah, totally turned around. Let's get rid of this rock. This is running. Almost at the end of my loop. Yeah. Usually I stop running at that point. Or sprinting at that point so I can start to gain some endurance back. Ooh, yeah.
Whistle while you work.
That's why I put that as the title.
Figured appropriate.
Since I feel like I'm mining like 24/7 in this game.
Like I said, I don't mind the game as it is. However, you're making me work 3 times harder than anybody else going in the PvP. And the PvP, you're gonna die anyway. So anything you take in there is lost. I think I made it in 3 times. 3 times? Twice, maybe? I don't know. All I know is, yeah, it was not good. That last time I died, gave up everything. I got arrogant. That's my fault. Is that iron? It's tin, right? Yeah, I thought so. I thought I checked it out once before, but might as well. It had that. There was a green shoe, probably because it was under the tree, and tin under a tree likes to reflect the color that it's near. So, yeah, tin. The world's most common mineral. I don't even think I use tin that often. Tin goes for jewelry sometimes, and then bronze needs tin. Copper and tin make bronze. But other than that, I don't use tin all that often. Man, keep picking up the rocks. See, I got about 9 more. I don't think I'm going to be able to fill up my inventory. Just 9, so I might actually have to wait another round. That would suck. Oh. When your window is open, you can't control your character. That won't. I do this to see if there's any players in the area.
It doesn't look like it.
When I get back, I'll probably look for some recipes I can complete. I'm still nothing. Let's see what happens. Fun. Ooh, the fun we can have. More rocks. Early on, I didn't mind getting rocks as much because I would just take them with me because I wasn't going to pick up this much iron ore. Oh my goodness. There we go. You gotta love the shadows moving with the sun. Love it. Alright, now we go all the way back up the hill. All the way back up that hill. Get some more iron. Hopefully. I think I have 3 more to go. 4 more to go. And 6 more, and I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna be able to do it. You know, the question is, do I hang out and get it, or do I head back? I'm not sure yet. Because we're talking about the cycle of the cycle that creates the respawn. It takes a while. So the question is, do I just pick up some copper while I'm here? Maybe. Maybe. I hate when that happens. Now I can do some cooking. Maybe that's what I do. There's a couple recipes that I got that I can really, that could really be useful to me. Really? Oh my god, how many rocks am I gonna pick up? It's so annoying. I don't need that open now because I'll just be able to look at my lower right hand corner since it's in the bar. That's my shortcut bar, technically. Oh my god. Talk about chances to get iron and just failing at them. That helped a little bit. Sometimes you can get 9 or 10. Sometimes you just keep getting rocks. It's like that Peanuts Halloween. I got a candy bar. I got a popcorn bar. Oh, I got a rock. So annoying. So close. So annoying. I could go find some more, but honestly, the amount of running to do to get to those. I know where they are. They're across the river. Oh my god. I'm not even gonna get another 20 in this. Unless I get 11 here. I doubt it. Sometimes you can get 11, but I doubt it. Yeah, got rocks again. Alright. So, knowing this is a podcast, let's, oh my gosh. I can't even do this right. Anyway. So far, so good. Nobody in chat? Okay. Nobody live? Nope. It is, day before people go back to work. It is the equinox. Very cool, by the way. Fall equinox.
then I hate when I do that. I was hitting control for some reason. Don't even know why. I hit the border, and as you can see, I started sprinting. So now I just sprint all the way home. Hopefully I don't see anybody. And don't hit the map to find out. Just run. Just run. It's amazing. If I ran this much as this young guy that I'm playing, I'd be the most in shape person. Because it's got to be miles. Like tens of miles a day. Just running. Just running. And then doing the task, like in this case it was mining, throwing a pickaxe up and down. And then on the other side of that was the, if you were doing the run and then you would either battle, right? That would be kind of tiring. Or woodworking, so lumber. There's a boar somewhere. I don't remember triggering boars like that. Oh. He's never gonna catch me. These guys I never see. Not that I ever look for them. Just never see them. They took up prime real estate too. One thing I hope the devs do is get rid of all the flora that is in your house that you can't build over. It would be nice if there's no flora coming out of your walls, floor. They did such a good job on the construction that you really want to be able to celebrate it. For example, if you look at this guy's log cabin, he built in the middle of the frickin' trees. Good luck trying to find a room without a tree in it. There we go. Home sweet home. Ran the entire way. Sprinted. Absolutely insane. But I did it. There we go. Alright, so most of it is going here. So let's put a lot of it there. Alright. We'll check out some. Oh, I have oof. Huh? Okay. That's nice. I wasn't expecting that. I don't know what I was doing. I was just hitting keys. Oh, can't do that just yet. I'll repair these before I pick it, since that is. Here. Don't need that. That's right. There we go. Alright. So let's run downstairs. Yeah, hanging on the chandelier. Should make a song. Hanging on the chandelier. What am I doing? My brain to shut up. Work tomorrow. Yeah, let's move this away. I don't need pickaxes.
And then let's take that one. Just in case I need it. Let's see if I have anything here. I think I got everything out. Yeah. Okay. Where are we heading? Oh, let's go get changed. Okay. Here. Okay. There we go. We can make sure we get rid of all that armor. Armor. There we go. Now we look like a right civilian. What do you do? I'm a civilian. Here. Okay. All right. Let's get out to one of my tables. And I need those oyster. Yeah, these are here. Definitely need those. Do I have any more of these? There. There we go. There. I might have some more. Ooh. There. Okay, so I think that might be all of them. Let's just check real quick. Need these. There you go. Might need that. Don't need that. Chaparrals. Should have more chaparrals. Shit, I don't know what they call them. I don't think I need 4 on the page. Let me find out. Alright. So let's go to new kitchen. And I need water, boar rump, and tallow. Tallow. Alright, so I need tallow. Let's get some tallow going. So craft all 24 of those. And then some more of the rest. I like my new stove area. It's pretty cool. Not going on there. The details is amazing. You got the spices and everything to the left of your cooking pots. You got the wood underneath, just in case you need some more. You have the chimney to get all the toxic fumes out of your way. Oh yeah, they really did a good job on the art. Little billows. I'm not sure why. I mean, do you need to get the coals that hot? Yes, so. It just seems a little excessive to have bellows. Holy mackerel. So much tallow. Alright, and I needed water and board. water.
I don't know if I have any more ones. I think I threw them all out. There was like no recipes that used it. I was like, what the hell am I holding on to them for? Oh, we don't? Here we are. Here we are. War rump. Deer rump. Wolf rump. Deer rump. War rump. War rump. Rump rump. Deer, wolf, deer, deer. Sounds like a country song. Deer, wolf, wolf, deer, 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 wolf. Maybe a twang guitar, huh? Wow, that's all that he was to do, huh? That's pretty impressive. Okay. I remember that. I didn't think I made that much. I guess I did. Come on, bro. Yeah, let's get some rabbit carcass. Jeez. I know I have a ton of boar carcass, so there we go. 150. Let's go get some charcuterie going. Let's do premium. I think that gives me everything I need.
And I get a little bit of experience.
Can I get rump out of it? I do not. I will stop.
Oh, no, I did.
Yeah, I did. Alright, we'll keep grabbing it.
I just didn't see the
increment. I
thought I did,
but I was like,
no.
So, that's good.
And the good news is I get decent amount of experience, so hopefully my charcuterie goes up again. Premium Butcher is the only thing that's moderate for me now. You see the well-parted bear, that gives me a recipe, but I can't take bear as we had established earlier in the podcast. Therefore, I will not be making or partaking in bear, but I heard the recipes with bear in it are amazingly hearty. What does that mean? That means lots of health, lots of stamina. We'll figure it out. Bears are few and far between. I know of at least 5 bears in the area. So when I'm able to take bears, I will take them. But until then, wow, they held it very easy. Okay. Okie dokie. Suppose that works that way. Hopefully I just go up in a level. That'd be nice. But as I do in every 25 episodes, has it been? I forget almost every 90% of the time I forget to check my skills. I check before I do this. Before I go into the skill that I'm actually improving. I should always check my skills level beforehand. But I don't. So I'm guessing. Crossing my fingers. Hopefully this will happen this way. Hopefully. Alright, so there's no more room. There's plenty of room, but there's no more.
So, they have something to work on there, but I don't know if they've noticed it yet.
I should be able to make this now.
Yeah, there it is.
I mean, so I have to get rid of some meat.
Let's get rid of some meat. Let's get rid of things I don't need.
are all the things I don't need. Alright.
Let's see. Almost did it again.
Here it is. Cooking. No skill whatsoever in the 25 range. So this, and I'm only making 7? Mushrooms, maybe? See how bad it gets. That's 2 failures at moderate. 2 out of 7. So 1 out of 3, so I'm at 33% chance. 2 out of 4, so I'm 50. And that's where it should be on moderate, 50% chance. So, well, should it be, or should it be more than that? 25, 32s, maybe? I don't know. That's a failure. So at least I have something for the oyster mushroom now.
Okay. I had more oyster mushrooms.
That's right. I do have these stress up Porsche now, so max health is 48. That's not bad. And I can throw the water away, but I'll put the, see if I remember this one. Let's put that in there, which leaves me with 1 space, yeah. See what this one offers. Alright, so that one's full. And I have it. Okay. And since I have the charcuterie, let's throw everything else out, with the exception. Let's see if I can put it in. Lots of onions. Space there. No space. Actually, do I have room for that? I hate when I do that. I hate when I do that. Alright. No other. Actually, I can do this, right? There we go. And they're full up. Let's see what this one looks like. Full up. Okay. That's right. That was meat anyway, so neat things like this to go on there. Okay. Carry on the bowl for a little bit. Get too much water. So that's the water. Throw the water in. That'll drop. Seriously? Literally just dropping. Alright, and that's basically what you're going to be doing every day that you're not adventuring. The adventure is kind of cool. But other than that, everything's proceeding for prepping for that adventure, which is cool, but doesn't make for a great podcast. I hope we had some conversations that you'll take away, or actually you'll do some research tonight or whenever you get a chance. If you have any questions about things or topics, remind me of the topic first, and then ask the question. I may or may not have the answer, but I can certainly guide you to the right or resources to help you with figuring it out. So, with that said, we're going to close it out on me doing charcuteries. And then we may be here tomorrow night on Pax Dei. It might be Pax Dei, or it might be No Man's Sky. I haven't decided yet, but more than likely it's going to be Pax Dei, since that's my main focus right now for the game. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed watching me mine. That was basically and cut up dead animals. And cook a little bit. I did cook a little bit. That was kind of cool. So with that, let me know what you want to see too. If you know the map of the area, let me know where you want me to go, and I'll try to trek there and see what's there. And maybe if you play, I'll talk when we get there. Other than that, we will call it an evening. And I will say thank you for joining me. If you like the content, please hit the like button. If you like it so much you'd like to subscribe and hear future ramblings of an individual on the internet, please subscribe and then definitely comment. If you want to comment, I will, like I said, I get 0 comments right now, so if I do see a comment, I will go to it and I will return that comment. So with that said, I will talk to everybody in the next day or so. Until then, keep looking up